All right, what's up, everyone? So this is the version 2 of my quick draw deck. I'm very sorry that this took a little bit longer to record than I intended. Getting back into recording content and possibly streaming is a little stressful since taking my break in like January. So bear with me a little bit here, but yeah, this is going to be the update. This is also the deck that I believe that I'm going to be playing at the RBET Moreno Valley on the 19th of this month. If you guys don't know about that, I should be able to pull it up on the screen right here. All you got to do is scan that QR code and then go ahead and fill out your information. Go ahead and submit payment, and then you'll get a confirmation email about going. This is a in-person event in California, in the city of Moreno Valley. I believe we already have over 140 plus people from last I heard signed up, and the list is filling up fast. I believe it's a 240 player cap, so go ahead and reserve your spot now. Go ahead and make some travel arrangements. If you live close by, then, you know, just drive on out. Yeah, this is the list I'm pretty confident I'm playing. I have another list I'll do another video on of one that I might play. It's a offshoot of Willadad, but enough talking and enough promotion. Here we go. So we're gonna go ahead and start off. I'm running, sorry for hitting the camera, triple quick draw. I have tried to run it at 2, but anytime I run it at 2, I never see it, and anytime I run it at 3, I feel like I see it way too often, especially drawing 2 of them in the hand. Like, it feels terrible, but I mean, it is what it is sometimes. And, you know, sometimes it actually works, because then they'll have an out to the first drill warrior, but they don't have the out to the second. I'm running, of course, the double debris. I've thought about cutting it to 1, but it's just not going to happen. 2 is perfect, feels great, and being able to draw them consistently when you need them is fantastic. Of course, the double dandy, double lone fire. Now, this is one that I'm trying. I like it. It feels great when it actually works. So the main reason I'm running 2 Titanial is because more often than not, the first one gets bottomless. And then it feels absolutely terrible because, like, for me, Titanial is like a win condition in this game or in this deck. And whenever it gets bottomless, it it hurts. And then for me, it feels like I'm playing on the back foot and I've lost like one of my strongest monsters. So I'm running it at 2 currently. I think I'm going to keep it this way. So that way, if the first one gets bottomless, then I have the second one I can bring out. And then those negates have won me so many games. It's actually kind of ridiculous. So we're also running triple shell. I was running the deck for a little bit without the shells, but I put them back in. I mean, extra ways to go into Drill Warrior other than just the dandy play is very crucial. And when I was running it without it, it just felt terrible. I felt like I never was able to get quick draw going, or Drill Warrior going, and whenever I did, it felt like I was already at like a really bad disadvantage. So here's another one that I might cut down to 1, but right now I'm running it still at 2. The double hamster. More often than not, I think I'm going to keep it at 2 because I do swap these out with some 2 cards that are in my side deck going into games 2 and 3 depending on the matchup. So cutting it down to 1 would kind of make that easy swap a little bit harder, and then I really wouldn't know what I'd add it next to replace it. We are running triple wolf. Self-explanatory, you know, hamster wolf just absolutely busted. I have seen some lists putting in Hane. I will not lie to you, I have thought about doing it as a nice little meme thing, but I think for the tournament, I don't know if I will. I doubt it. We have the 1 Sanguine, 1 Card Trooper, 1 Gores. I'm still running the Brow. It feels great when it goes off, and it's always great when your opponent's just like, oh, that works like that? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh, so you're just, this is dumb. And I'm like, it is dumb, and it feels great. So go ahead and waste your DD Crow on this rather than waste it on my dandies. So we're running that. And then I am running triple Gaius with the 1 Treeborn. So anytime I draw a tree, like getting Treeborn in the graveyard is a plus for me because it's DD Crow bait, it's Soul Release bait, it's bait for a lot of shit. For them to try and remove that rather than hit any of the other targets like Shell or Dandy or maybe even Titanium or whatever else they have in graveyard. And then this also facilitates the 3 Caius because I did cut it down to 2 Caius for a time before I put in the Treeborn because I felt like I was seeing the Caius way too often and then I just didn't have any engine or any way to go ahead and use it. And then I would end up drawing like the 3rd Caius and then I would probably just end up losing because I Caius, or I'd had Caius in hand, I'd draw into another Caius, another turn to go by, draw a card, probably be an Avarice, it's dead, and then I'd draw another Caius, and then I would just scoop right then and there. So put in the Treeborn, it's nice, gets milled off the Ryko, it's more pitch fodder for quick draw that gives you instant recursion. I like it, I think it's nice. I do still need an ulti version. Because the other 2 ulti versions that I have are in my, my frog deck. So we got that. Now here comes the spells, pretty standard. 3 Avarice. You have to run 3 because you're guaranteed to 1 or 2. It's actually funny because like at my locals, I tend to get off at least 2 or 3 of these in a single game. And my opponents get really irritated and like in a funny, like joking way. It was just like, I can't believe you're getting 3 of those off in like game 1 or 2. And like, I wouldn't mill one sometimes, which is just even funnier. Because then they're like, you still have one? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I do. Of course, we got the one Foolish. I did take this out for a time. I put it back in. It's nice. Go ahead and pitch Treeborn, pitch Lonefire, pitch whatever you need, and then you can get it right back off Drill Warrior on the next turn if they don't like negate like the summon or something like that. We do have Heavy Storm, MST, and then I'm running 1 Smashing in the main. So no one expects the Smashing. In my locals, anytime I use it game 1, they're like, I did not see that coming, that you have a Smashing in the main. I was running at 2 in the main, but I'm only running 1 just in case I go second. I can go ahead and just have a guaranteed out to some dumb monster in the field like Vanity's Fiend or any other monster that's causing me issues, like Thunder Kings or Banisher of the Radiance, I believe it's Radiance, and all those other kind of like dumb monsters, or Christia, that just make it unfun to play, especially since, you know, especially Christia is very prevalent in the meta. Oh, excuse me. Now, for the traps, I got, of course, 1 Solemn. This does tend to get sided out going second, of course. I feel like it's actually pretty standard, but I've been doing it, not keeping it in, and it's actually been pretty nice. We got the 1 Torrential, 1 Mirror Force, 1 Bottomless, 1 Raigeki Break, 1 Dust Tornado in the main, and then a card that I'm trying out right now is Divine Wrath. It actually came up a lot in, I believe it's this past Saturday's locals that I go to where it actually helped so much. I think once I stopped Stratos turn 1, I would stop Diva. I hit absolute 0, I think 4 different times, to where they tried to like blow up the field and I just Divine Wrath it and they were like, shit. Or they like crashed into like one of my monsters, like a Titanial, and then they're like, all right, blow up the field, and I'm like, Divine Wrath, and they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, so are you gonna pass? And they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna scoop. And I'm like, all right, cool, we'll go on to game 2. And also, as you can see, I'm kind of playing a lot of 1-ofs, especially when it comes down to traps. I'm doing this mainly because I was playing, what was it, Welladad, and I was playing zombies for a little bit, and those decks very notoriously run a lot of 1-ofs. So I'm kind of trying that out in Quick Draw. It's been doing really well. I've been getting to the finals in my locals. I've won like 1, but I tend to come up a little short, and I think mainly that's due to sighting. I need to get better at it. And for the side deck, I know in the last video I had 14. That's my bad. So many people ragged and were like, oh, you're only running 14, what the shit? And also the dark end that was in there, that's my bad. I totally forgot that I needed a dark monster. That's my B. So we're running triple Drill Warrior. Alright. Some of you might say this is a little bit too much. I say that it's not enough because most of the time they're expecting 2. So they'll like get rid of 2. They'll like bottomless 1, torrential 1, or do something to get rid of it. And then I still have the 3rd to go into, and they're like, why do you run 3? And then I'm like, for this specific reason, how you got rid of the other 2. I'm running 2 Turbo Warrior. I do need to get another ulti. This actually comes up quite a bit, especially to get over a lot of like problem synchro monsters. And it's actually been pretty clutch. Junk Archer, staple. Nitro Warrior, staple. I mean, you kind of need it. It's in there. 28 beater has come up a lot, especially getting that pump and being able to swing into like a defense position monster and getting like 38 direct, and they're like, feels great. And then for the dragons, we got Iron Chain, we got Black Rose, Ancient Fairy, Double Stardust, Red Dragon, we got Trident Dragon, and then I'm also running the 1 Fortress. Fortress actually, I think I may or may not take out, as you'll see in my side deck, that I'm not running any Cyber Dragons. So this is mainly here in case my opponent kind of messes up and they leave a Cyber Dragon on field. And then I can just go ahead and contact with it. And then this is another card that I've never been able to bring out. I've come close to summoning it, I think, twice since I like put it into the extra deck. And anytime I'm about to bring it out, my opponent just scoops because they're just like, oh, okay, you're already about to win. And I'm like, but why? Like, I just want to do it. Please, just let me. But then they're like, no. And I'm like, fine. But if I did take this out, I think I'd put on another Iron Chain or maybe put in another Stardust. Stardust is just fantastic. A beautiful card. Amazing card. One of the best cards. And yeah, that's it for the extra deck. Now here comes the side deck. I am running Dumble Kaiku. This is nice to throw in, especially versus like Black Wings or any other deck that can go ahead and run Deck Devi. It's a target that goes ahead and gets over it and install normal summon, which is nice. I'm running the Double Snowman Eater. This is the one that gets sided out with the hamsters going into games 2 and 3, depending on the matchup. It's nice for a 1900 booty, so that way Alias can't walk over it, or some other dumb cards. And then also the effective pop is also amazing. We also got the 1 DD Crow. I was running it too, but after consideration, I was like, you know, I can go ahead and get it back off Drill Warrior if I really need to use it again. So just the 1 is nice. I am running the 1 Snipe Hunter. I have yet to miss, I think, with this card. I think I've used it about 4 times since I've put it in the past couple weeks during it came up, and I've yet to miss. And just wiping their entire board and they're just having to sit there and take it. Oh, it feels great. It feels amazing. I love it. And then here we go with Bottomless, Dust, and Raigeki Break and Divine Wrath. These are all, you know, if I wanted to make them 2-ofs in the deck, I can. A lot of the times Divine Wrath becomes a 2-of, Dust becomes a 2-of, and, you know, all these kind of can become 2-ofs in the deck. I really need them, and I really think they're going to help me in the matchup. And then some more 1-ofs. We have Call of the Haunted, Chain Disappearance. I have been royally screwed by this card so many times. I brought it to my excuse my language. I brought it to my locals and I was like, hey, you guys should try this out for frogs. And then now people are using it against me and quick draw because they'll set it. And then I'll go quick draw special summon, and then they'll be like a disappearance. And I'm like, well, there goes my whole deck. Like the whole function of my deck. I now turn into a Monarch deck with 3 tributes, I turn into a Monarch Titanial deck. Cool. This sucks. And it also, you know, it's great versus the mirror. You know, I can't really say much about it. It's a great card. We got 1 Pulling the Rug, 1 Karma Cut. Pulling the Rug is pretty self-explanatory. It's kind of a Divine Wrath, but just for normal summon monsters without discard. And then Karma Cut's nice. It's actually helped me quite a bit. It's really nice versus the Gemini deck when they start bringing out the, Giga Plants, and they have a few of them in graveyard. You can go ahead and hit that. It hits all of them, and then their deck's pretty much dead. It's great versus a lot of decks, in all honesty. Just going ahead and just banishing that monster. And then any other additional cards in the graveyard. So they are forced to use like maybe a Book of Moon or like a Nickers Attack or a Gemini Spark to try and get rid of it. To try and like make sure that their strategy is not entirely ruined. I think it's kind of nice. And then we've got the one additional Smashing Ground. If you guys couldn't see it, I saw the light was a little glaring over there. But yeah. So this is the list that I'm running right now and testing out. I like it quite a bit. I don't really know right now what I might change, what I might take out, but I'll have to see. I mean, we got like another 2 weeks until the RBET Merino Valley. So if there are already more edits, I'll go ahead and post some more videos. I think probably right now next, I'll go ahead and record the Wella Jank is kind of what I'm calling it. Wella Jank. And yeah, so if you guys haven't done so already, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys hate it, if you guys love it, if you guys think I can think of anything that you guys might want to put in there and take out, please comment down below. And then if you guys are interested in participating in probably one of the biggest Yu-Gi-Oh! Edison tournaments of the year, go ahead. I'll go ahead and put the QR code back up so that way you guys can go ahead and scan it, get registered, and you know, come on by. If you guys see me there, feel free to say hi. And yeah, have a good one, everyone. Thank you guys very much. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.